If you're concerned about expressing your past experience in CELPIP Speaking Task 2, this video is for you. In CELPIP Speaking Task 2, you are required to talk about a past experience. And many candidates think that they can ace this part of the test and consider it as an easy part of the exam. Unfortunately, these candidates coming up losing more marks on this task because they postpone learning tips and strategies for answering this question. Today, we're diving into CELPIP Speaking Task 2. So, stick around as I break down the task and the process and share some valuable tips to help you excel. In CELPIP Speaking Task 2, you'll have a 30-second preparation time and then 60 seconds to describe your personal experience. As you might have understood, Task 2 is 30 seconds less than Task 1. But before we delve into Task 2 specifics, let me quickly remind you that if you have not watched CELPIP Speaking Task 1 video and do not know some general points about CELPIP Speaking tasks, please watch our CELPIP Speaking Task 1 video to get more information. Number one is coherence or meaning, and the raters are going to find out whether you're able to convey the message using quality ideas that are organized and supported with enough and correct examples. Number two is lexical range and vocabulary. The raters are going to find out how you use the range of words and phrases in your speaking and whether they were correctly used or not. Number three is listenability and comprehensibility. The focus is on the listener. The raters are going to make sure how you combine the structures with the rhythm and pronunciation to make it easy for your listener to understand you. Number four is task fulfillment, and the raters are going to find out whether you were able to address task requirement within the time limit. With the assessment criteria in our mind, let's move on to the process for CELPIP Speaking Task 2. First thing first, carefully read the prompt in the exam. It will prompt you to recount a relevant past experience from your life, possibly suggesting specific points to cover in your response. Next, you'll have 30 seconds to prepare yourself for speaking. Use this time wisely. Try to decide what you're going to say and share in your speaking. If necessary, don't hesitate to create fictional narrative. Remember, confidence is key. Once you've chosen your story, you have 60 seconds to speak. Keep in mind the key elements: using past tense verbs, providing vivid details, addressing all prompt requirements, and concluding succinctly. Now that we know what to expect, let's dive into the expert tips for mastering CELPIP Speaking Task 2. Now you need to ensure your story is well structured, akin to a written narrative. Start with a time reference along with a clear introduction stating your topic and two or three main reasons for discussing it. Then, elaborate on each reason with supporting details, engaging your audience with descriptive language. As we have discussed in the task assessment, one of the criterion was listenability and comprehensibility. So, you need to ensure your storytelling tone aligns with the mood of the story you're telling, you're narrating. If the situation is sad or happy, reflect that in your tone and choice of words. Pay close attention to the tone indicated in the prompt. For instance, if it is mentioning or if it is asking you to describe a frustrating situation at work, your tone should convey the appropriate emotions. So, it's important not to sound mismatched by laughing while describing a frustrating situation or scenario. as this can come across as disingenuous. Imagine if a friend of you is describing that he was having a tough day at work with a manager, but he is actually laughing and talking, that doesn't show disappointment, what you've been actually expecting to hear and see. So, this might leave you a questioning whether to offer sympathy or not. Other tips to consider in self-pip speaking task 2 are time sequencers and time references. You know, at the outset of your narrative, incorporate time references to immediately engage your audience, like, so 4 years ago when I was, or when I was at, or in, and then continue speaking, or last year, and then start speaking. This is how to establish the temporal context of your story. This not only grabs attention but also sets the stage for your past experience. Additionally, utilize time sequencers like first, then, after that, and finally to structure your narration effectively. These sequencing words will assist in maintaining coherence and smoothly guiding your audience through the progression of your story. For the conclusion, you need to wrap up your speaking using a simple transition like anyway, followed by a simple or brief restatement of the main topic. Anyway is a commonly used transition in native speaker conversations, signaling that the speaker is wrapping up their discussion on a particular topic. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I was saying that we should use past tenses when we are talking about individual past experience in self-pip speaking task 2 to demonstrate proficiency in various past tenses. You know, these tenses are past simple, past continuous, present perfect continuous, and past perfect. And you know that consistency in tense usage is vital for clarity. So avoid mixing these tenses with each other. Also, you have to have a good command of grammar while you're using it. So try to use it as much as you can while you're at home and practicing for task 2. Additionally, enhance your language complexity by using gerunds, subordinating conjunctions, conjunctive adverbs, subjunctive mood, and correlative conjunctions. Surprised? Don't worry. Stick around till the end of this video and get these language elements to use them in your speaking practices at home. Don't forget, practice makes perfect. Thank you for watching so far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. If you have any questions or topic that you'd like us to cover in our next videos, please let us know in the comments below.